Morning guys, this is Stefan from Mc Mahon Sports Therapy. I'm the sports therapist based here at Bwell Fitness. Some of you guys know me, plenty of you won't. Basically what I'm here today for is to do a little bit of work on recovery. Okay, so lots of great classes put out this week by Del and Peter. More to come again next week, and obviously we've lots of stuff on our YouTube channel as well, so check those out if you haven't already. So what I'm going to work on today is just a little bit of recovery. Okay, so you've put in all the hard work all week. Now it's about a bit of recovery, a bit of TLC for the body, and just help loosen out maybe some of those tight areas. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to work on the lower body. So we're going to work from basically the legs up to the hips, and we're going to take in the glutes as well. Okay, so I'm going to use a foam roller. Also going to use a tennis ball. Okay, just different little applications, and show you what I normally advise people when they're here in the studio with us, or also if I'm talking to people inside in the clinic room itself during a treatment, just what they can do to help themselves on an ongoing day-to-day, week-to-week basis, okay? So this will be important if you're not really one for doing a lot of cool down, a lot of stretching, things like that. It's going to be boring compared to all the other classes that the guys have put on, obviously enough. You're not going to be building up the sweat here, but just maybe give you a few little pointers on how to help your recovery and prepare you between classes. Might help just reduce the downs a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll get cracking, and any questions you can pop them up in the comments and let us know what you think. Okay guys, so we're going to get started. Okay, so some of you are going to have smooth rollers like this blue one. Others might have ones with little ridges on it, like the orange one here on the floor. It doesn't really matter what you're using, just be careful with how you use it. That's what I would say, okay? So you're going to experience some discomfort here, but you shouldn't be feeling a lot of pain insofar as you shouldn't be grimacing, wanting to jump off the roller. If that's how you roll, you've been doing it wrong, okay? In my opinion. Alright, so we want to make a little bit of a change to the soft tissue, how it's reacting to the roller, and if you're going to be going heavy on the roller, you're not going to get the change that you're looking for, which is a relaxation in the tissue. Okay, you're going to hurt yourself, it's going to get worse. Okay, that's probably why a lot of people buy a roller with great intentions, never use it properly, and then it's left under the bed, it's left in the top of the wardrobe, and it's never seen again. Okay, so just a few tips today. Like I said, we're going to go from the feet upwards, up as far as the hips, so we get started. I'm going to start with the smooth roller. Like I said, use the roller that you've got, but I'll give you a couple of tips as we go. Okay, so we're going to start with the calf at the back of the lower leg. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get, I'll just give you a front view, starting off, especially if you're very, very sore. You don't want all your weight up on top of the roller. You might feel too much pressure. Okay, it might be too sore for you. So what I would suggest is, the leg that you're rolling is on the roller, your other leg is supporting your body weight along with your hands at the back. Okay, you roll the length of the muscle and you come back. Okay, so from side on, we're pretty much going from the Achilles to the top of the calf, but we're avoiding the hollow in the back of the knee. Okay, do not roll in there. Alright, muscle isn't in there, that's far enough. The bulky part right up at the top. You'll see some people and they're doing this. Okay, maybe that's a bit more targeted, but they're not getting the full length of the muscle. So to warm up or to get started, you want to do the full length of the muscle. Okay? So about 10 rolls up and down to get you started. What you can do as you're rolling is you can start to rotate the foot. So if I rotate outwards a little bit, I'm getting the lateral part or outside part of the calf. I turn inwards, I'm getting more the inside. Okay? That's important that we're getting all of the muscle. Okay, so no doubt as you've done that, you've probably found a couple of sore spots as you've gone. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to try and see if we can get a relaxation in those trigger points, knots, you can call them whatever you want. They're a sore area that need to be dealt with. okay? So one technique that I find is quite useful for people and has worked very well in our B.L.T class, which is on Wednesday nights normally when the studio is open, obviously. But if you do this right, you should get the relaxation that you're looking for in the muscle. So we find that sore spot, put a little bit of pressure on it. Now, on the pressure, like I said already, you don't want to be in pain, ready to jump off the roller. So if I was to say to you on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is no pain, 10 is horrendous pain, put yourself at about a 5 or 6 on that scale. Now, what's a 5 or a 6? That's entirely up to you. It's different for all of us. But what I want you to do is, that's our sore spot, let's say, or at least that's a sore spot for me. Now, all I want to do is keep that pressure constant, and now I want to concentrate on my breathing. So slow, deep breaths, at least a count to 5 in through the nose. And again, at least a count to 5 as you breathe out. What I want you to do is I want you to hold that pressure for somewhere between 30 and 60 seconds, preferably starting out closer to the 60 seconds. And what you should find is, as you get your breathing technique correct and get it working right, then you should feel that number start to drop down, okay? So if you started at a 6, by the end of the minute you should be down a little bit lower than the 6. All right, that's keeping the constant pressure and not changing. Is that okay? So, obviously you're going to do the calves, both sides, and as I said, you're rolling the full length. Now don't be afraid to get your backside off the floor and travel with the roller a little bit if you have to, okay? Full length of the muscle. So once you've treated the sore spot, you then move on to the next sore spot, do the exact same thing. And when you're finished with those sore areas, just roll it out 4 or 5 times, okay? So that's our calf done. Obviously you're doing both legs, okay? Another area which can be quite sore, which is neglected quite a bit, difficult muscle to stretch, but it can get trigger points as well, is just here on the front aspect or front of your shin, okay? So our shin bone obviously runs down the front of the lower leg, but you have a muscle on the side here which works to move your foot up. Your calf points the toes down when it shortens, and then this one is the one that pulls it up, okay? To get at that, you position yourself, I'll do front view first on the roller, but you've got to be careful that you're not hitting the bone. So you're going to have to move slightly sideways. Or if I was to show you from kind of behind, position yourself on the roller, and then twist your foot inwards. And twisting the foot inwards gets the roller onto this area rather than on the bone. So don't want you rolling bone, okay? You're going to hurt yourself if you roll the bone, especially if you've got a ridge roller or one of those stronger rollers, I suppose. Okay, this is a nice soft foam roller, so it's not too bad if I hit my shin on it, but you will hurt yourself with some of the other rollers that are out there. Okay, so avoid bone at all times. Alright, same theory, roll up and down about 10 times just to warm up. If you find a sore spot, do the exact same thing, where you're on the roller, got your sore spot, taking most of your body weight on your hands, okay, through the arms into the shoulders, back leg supporting on the floor, and then breathing technique again, okay? So about 60 seconds starting out, might be less as you get into it, okay, after a couple of days of it, all right? So that's the lower leg pretty much done, okay? So what we've next is we've got the hamstring at the back of the leg, we've got our quads, and we've got the inner thigh, and high up you've got your adductors or your groin muscles, okay? Theory is the exact same no matter what the muscle is. So you're still going to roll it to warm it up. You're going to identify the sore spots. You're going to hold on the sore spots. Breathing technique is hugely important. So nice relaxed breath in. Don't want anyone going, okay? You're forcing the breath. You're not going to get the relaxation that you need, all right? I know this is a bit repetitive in what I'm saying, but it's important. If you get it right, you will get the benefit of it, all right? So for the quad, we're rolling. Don't come up onto the bone at the front of the hip. You don't want to do that. That's the front of your pelvis. Drop down onto where the meaty part starts. Position yourself on the roller, okay? And then you want to use your arms to travel, okay? Just above the knee and back up again, okay? So like we did before with the calf muscle, where we rotated outwards and inwards, we can do the same here. Quad is obviously quite a big muscle. You want to get the inner, the main part or the middle part, and you want to get some of the outer as well, okay? All right, if you go right out onto the outside, you're going to hit your IT band. That can be quite uncomfortable. All right, there's a lot of argument for rolling the IT band or not. I don't usually recommend rolling the IT band itself. You're making more of a change to maybe the muscles either side of it. The IT band, not so much. I wouldn't recommend rolling that. If you've advice from another therapist about rolling it, that's entirely up to you. All right. Okay, so hamstring. Again, same idea. Start with your roll to get warmed up. You can rotate as you go to get inner and outer parts of the hamstring. Okay? Now, on the length of the hamstring, you're starting just above the back of the knee. Again, like I said for the lower leg, when you're coming up to the calf, avoid the pit at the back of the knee, okay? So you start above, roll pretty much to the crease of your backside, and back down, okay? As I said, you'll identify your sore points, do the breathing technique with that pin and hold, okay? Okay guys, so we've covered pretty much the lower leg and upper leg, and now we're on to the glute area. Actually, one area that I didn't cover, which I better cover before the glutes, is the inner thigh or the groin muscles, okay? Again, using your roller, it's all about position on the roller for this one, okay? So you're going to be roller straight ahead, okay? Your position on the roller is the leg that you're rolling, pretty much you're going to straddle the roller, okay? You're going to drop down, position the roller just above the knee, okay? And then you're going to have to travel with it all the way up close to the groin. Just be careful about how far you roll for obvious reasons, okay? Keep that hip at 90 degrees and gently roll up and down. Some of you might find this quite sore, so again, just support your body weight using your arms and your back leg, okay? Technique is the exact same as all other muscles that we've talked about. Nice and slow, control your breathing, nice and relaxed. So make sure that we're going slow for all of this rolling. It's not a case of you've got to roll it out quickly to get on to doing whatever is important for you to do in the next half an hour or whatever, okay? Set aside a little bit of time, do this correctly, and you will feel the benefit, all right? As I say, just for the groin, we'll do the opposite side. Again, get the leg up to 90 degrees here. Get yourself positioned on the roller just above the knee, so you're staying away from the bone, and then you're going to travel across. Okay? Back down, and again. Okay? So as before, about 10 rolls, and again, treat your sore spots like we've done for the other muscles. Okay, glutes. Especially for people that sit a lot. I know we're not, most of us aren't at work any longer, okay, but we're probably sitting a lot of the day. Okay, so need to do a little bit of work on the glutes. Start with the foam roller, but in this instance, the tennis ball is going to come in handy, so we're going to keep this here and show you that one in a couple of minutes, okay? But to start out, basically you're going to sit in the roller, okay? You're going to tilt, so I'm working on the left glute right now. Going to tilt, and you're just going to roll over and back. Okay, again, just getting it warmed up. What you can do, cross your leg over onto the other leg. Okay, you might feel that one a little bit more. Okay, again, control the pressure using your hand behind your supporting leg. That just controls how much pressure you're putting on the roller. Some of you guys might feel absolutely nothing with this, especially if it's a flat roller. But if you have a ridge roller, you might feel it more. This now is where tennis ball comes in. Now we've had this in the B.L.T class where we've used the roller most of the class felt nothing at all. We got the tennis ball out and things changed very, very quickly. So nice and gentle with the ball. You position it under the cheek that you're working on. You can start with your knees pointing straight up, and then you tilt to the side that you're rolling. So I'm rolling the left side, I tilt here, and already I can feel a difference, okay? Again, adjust your pressure, rise up on your hands and feet, take a bit of pressure off, working to that 5 or a 6, maybe 6 that we talked about earlier, okay? That's your number, nobody else's. Okay, so everyone will be different here with the amount of pressure they can tolerate. Just roll over and back, side to side, up and down, and I would imagine most of you at this stage have found numerous sore spots with that, okay? So again, we put it back there, we find the sore spot, we press, get the pressure to 6, and then we concentrate on our breathing. Nice deep breath in through the nose, count to 5 in. And a count to 5 back out on the exhale, okay? You want to keep doing that, repeat the breath in, nice and relaxed. That's it. And exhale all the way out, nice and controlled. And you're going to keep doing for about 60 seconds. And you should start to feel that number or that pressure of a 6 out of 10 start to reduce the closer you get to the 60 seconds. Don't worry if it doesn't start to reduce. That's certainly something that happens quite a lot. You repeat it another 2 times if needed, just until you feel that release, okay? So that's the one for the glutes, okay? You can use it on different areas. Again, just avoiding bone with the tennis ball. You can lean back a little bit to get the upper part, which comes up to the back of the pelvis, but very, very careful there again, avoiding bone, okay? So they're just a couple of techniques, kind of cover the lower limb, all right, just for people that might be suffering a little bit after the classes. I know I had a touch of the DOMs after Peter's class on Wednesday, but it's just, let's treat the muscles with a bit of care, okay? Don't get lazy with it, try and get it done, make sure to get a good warm-up, make sure to get a good cool-down. The guys normally cover that in the classes, the online classes anyway, but if you're looking for a little bit more, go to Bwell Fitness channel on YouTube, and we've got dedicated videos there for a warm-up and a cool-down, 2 separate videos, so you can check those out as well. Alright, now just before we go, a couple of you guys might find, let's say we're back on the calf muscle, that this position that you're not really getting a whole lot because the calf is a pretty good nick, so you're not really feeling, maybe it's only 2 or 3 out of 10 for you guys. What you can do in that situation is cross the leg over, get the bum off the floor, and roll this way. The added weight of what was your standing leg adds pressure here now, and all of a sudden you might find that number starting to increase. But again, cap it at that, maybe that 6, okay? Adjust as necessary. Don't be in a lot of pain with this. Little discomfort, yes, but if you're crying out to get off the roller, or you feel like I'm never using the roller again, it's too much. So make that adjustment, okay? And let us know how you get on. Any questions, pop them in the comments. We'll come back to you on it. Anything else that you want to cover or you'd like to see, again, pop it in the comments. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Take it easy.